Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this resistance band glute workout. Don't wear light coloured trousers with dirty resistance bands. To get going, we're going to do 3 exercises. This is both a warm-up and activation round, 3 rounds in total. The first exercise, as you can see, is a reverse lunge. You're going to do 10 on each side and they can be alternating or random, as long as you've done 10 on each side. When I do these, or when you do these, you are going to put all of your weight into your front heel. You're going to lower down slowly by pushing your hips backwards, hip hinging, lowering the hips, i.e. loading the glutes. This is all about squeezing, and if you need to, you're going to just stand on one leg and squeeze your bum and really get it to fire. Make sure you are feeling that glute work. That is what lifts you up every time. 10 each side. You are then going to go into your second exercise, which is kind of a static squat pulse. I call this a bottom half squat. Get all the way down to the bottom, put your weight into your heels, push your knees right out to the side as wide as you blooming can, and squeeze your bum. Just squeezing will lift you an inch or two out of your squat. It is not a push and a lift from the thighs to come out of your squat. It is squeeze your glutes and you will feel that that lifts you slightly. Get as low as you can, squeeze your glutes. That will lift you slightly. Can I say that enough? That one is 12 reps. You are then going to go into a glute bridge. Now, I have not slowed this down. This is how slow I was going. When you get to the top, I want you to make sure you've got even weight between your right foot and your left foot, that your hips are as high as possible, that you can feel it in your left glute as much as your right glute, and you're pushing your knees wide. So that actually is quite a lot to think about, even though obviously it is just a simple glute bridge, but I really want you to think and squeeze. And this is 15 reps. Another little technique point is you want to make sure that your hips are tilting towards you. If you look on this clip, that's my hips going away and that's my hips coming towards me. So I've really extended the hip flexor, which is the opposite muscle to the glutes, which means that I am activating the glutes and getting a better range of motion. So 3 rounds, and then you are going to move on to the next 3 exercises, which are more for the outer thigh or the hip dip area. I just did air quotation marks because hip dips is a new thing that's come around, which is ridiculous, by the way. But anyway, so you are going to do very slow side leg raises. You are going to do 10 of these, only 10. I am making sure that I'm really trying to lengthen my head away from my hips, and I'm leaning just so I don't have to do a lot of work for stability, to be very honest. Your next exercise is a lateral step, pushing against the band, and you have 20 of these. I'm trying to get my weight back into my heels and I'm pushing my leg against that resistance band, which again is going to work that abductor, the outer thigh, the glute med, the outside of the glutes, and just work on that nice round bum from the side. Again, you want to make sure that you feel this as much as possible. This is 20 reps. Did I say that? I don't know. So you have 10 side leg raises, 20 side step togethers. Then you've got your 10 leg raises on the other side. So again, work on stabilizing your hips. Play around with whether you really stack your hips so your bum is squeezed, or whether you actually feel it more sort of slightly pushing your hips backwards. You still want to make sure your lower back is in neutral, but whether you feel it more with your weight in your supporting heel or midfoot, just play. Last exercise, the absolute killer, the absolute burner. You have another 20 of these, and this is a squat into a side leg raise. And rather than just rocking into it, you do want to try and lift that leg as high as you can from the hip rather than just a lean, which is why it looks slightly disjointed of an exercise. And that's because I was trying not to use just momentum and rocking into it too much. So I also took my stance narrower because I felt like I was cheating a little bit. Like, it didn't hurt quite enough. This one absolutely kills. So this is round number 2. You've got 10 side leg raises, 10 side step together, 10 side leg raises on the other side, and then 20 of these evil burner squat side leg raises. 3 rounds in total. Take about 60 seconds rest in between sets. The penultimate set of exercises is everyone's favourite, the glute kickback, and you're adding on pulses as well. You're going to do 10 full range, taking your time, keeping your hips as square as possible so the movement comes from your glutes, not your lower back. I found I was focusing on pushing my left hip back and my right hip down as I was doing this side. Anyway, 10 of those, and then 5 pulses as big as you can and as squeezy as you can, and lean on something for support so that you don't rock around and basically burn out your core. So exactly the same on the other side. I only filmed this from one angle. I hope it's okay, but keep your back as still as possible. It is all from the glutes, and I'm sure you've done kickbacks before, but the main thing with these is the slow, it is the squeezing, it is the burn, it is the pain, and then just the love of glute training and all that good stuff. So 10 full reps followed by 5 pulses at the top, and then you're going to superset this. There's just 2 exercises in this set of exercises with a single leg glute bridge. I'm showing a couple of variations here. So I did my first set with the resistance band. What I found was that I couldn't feel it in my glutes very much. It was all hamstrings. I then tried putting my leg on top, and I was just pushing off my leg too much, if that makes sense. So actually body weight for me was much better than using the resistance band. I tried body weight with my leg extended, my leg up to the ceiling, and my leg across. I can't remember which one was best now. But do the one that you can feel most, because as we said, it is about activation and it might be different for everybody. So this was my favourite, crossing my leg over the top, actually, because I felt like I could get a good range and I was lifting using my glutes rather than a lot of hamstring as well. So that is a 15 repper. So you've got your 10 kickbacks and 5 pulses. Do both sides and then move on to the single leg glute bridge where you've got 15 reps on each side. Do the position that you feel the most, and you have 3 sets. This is your final exercise. Watch now as I'm rocking my hips backwards. That was everything other than my glutes doing the work. I want for this exercise your hips to be stacked and as still as possible. That's a lot easier when you squeeze your core. Then this abduction, this external rotation of the leg comes from your glutes and your glutes only. And this is the last one. This is a bit of a burnout, and you will find that your range of movement gets smaller and smaller, and that is perfectly okay. You can see from the back that, well, hopefully you can see that my hips don't really go anywhere, and you can also kind of see that I'm not really moving that leg at all. And again, that's okay. Your butt is fatigued, and yes, you don't want to use anything else to help you. So this you might know as the clam. I quite like it with the resistance band added. It makes it pretty damn hard. You have just 2 sets of that exercise and you only have 15 reps of each. That is the end of the workout. I hope you really enjoyed it. Give it a go. Remember that you just need to go very slow, very controlled, very squeezy and painful. Thank you so much for watching this workout. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any feedback, questions or comments or any videos that you'd like to see in the future, please let me know down below, and otherwise I'll see you in my next video, and until then, stay happy and healthy. Bye!